Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel's Finding Value. Today we're going to do our daily technical analysis update of uranium. We're going to check uranium here, see what the heck's going on. I'll give you my financial opinion. Please don't use it as advice. But let's dive into the charts and I'll let you know what I'm doing here. We've got a Sprott Physical Uranium Trust here. We're just chopping sideways. And the good thing here that we can see is that we've got these wicks on the bottom. So when it does try to sell off, buyers come in and buy it back up. So that's a good thing. Let's hope we can get some momentum to the upside. We've had a lot of really good commodity type movements. Uranium seems to not be partaking in, a lot of the sectors not partaking in it. Some are, but I'd like to see some more buying pressure here. It can chill out for a while and get people a little bit discouraged. Don't get discouraged. If this were to chop sideways like this for a little bit, know that we've broken the downtrend, that this should be a good move to move on up. So everything looks good at this moment for a move higher. URNM, we are still chopping sideways. We've come down, we've come sideways. I've kind of talked about my worries about maybe some of these large down candlesticks. If we can get out of here and get some buying pressure, that would resolve any of my worries that I have. And I think we would be moving on higher. We got to see the buyer step in here, because I have seen some selling pressure in here. It could be for positioning purposes. Hard to say, but let's get some buyers in here. Bannerman's trying to break out of basically this resistance line here. The good thing is we do have the lows are stepping back up into hopefully this line that we break. Then you'll see a big break. Should be a fun little break there. Goviax, again, we're at the bottom of this little thing here. We might leak out to the bottom before moving higher. It would look something on the lines of like this. I'm just throwing that in there. I'm just guessing, guys. I don't really know. But that's kind of what I'm guessing is a little bit lower before we move higher. Global Atomic, a little bit of a bearish candlestick today. Maybe we go a little bit lower to sideways before then moving up in this pattern here. We've got Forces Metals. May the Forces be with all of us. A little bit of a ninja day. And I call it a ninja day because I can't really see it, but it's right here. It's just hiding right here. It's because it's a opening and closing price, basically very low volume, probably only one trade executed on it. And these low volume companies, it can be a blessing in disguise, because when people come in to buy this, there's no one, there's no seller, so it'll just move the price like no other. It's not good when you go to sell and everyone else is selling. Pure Point Uranium, moving on sideways today, really a flat day. Deep Yellow, again, a little bit of an update today, but we're just chilling out in this little area here. Not too much to really report on here. Paladin Energy, again, we're right up against this resistance line. I'm looking for a break. This is a big boy break on a big long-term time scale. Let me get the log back. We're trying to get up here to break way up there, but yeah, we're up there on top of the pattern, so that looks really good. Sky Harbor's up here. It's looking solid. A little bit of a down day today, nothing really to worry about, and I'm hoping that we can move on up. Next Gen Energy looking okay. I mean, I can't say that I like any day with a wick at the top like this, because what happens is you go up and you sell off and the momentum's coming to the downside. So we might do kind of like a lower up maybe type movement. Canalaska's looking really good. I like how we came up and it came into a pattern and it broke to the upside. So that is a positive there. Looks really good. Looking at base load, we are in the handle of this cup and handle pattern, and we can hopefully move on up from here. Fission 3.0, a little bit of an update. This is a black candlestick. They don't have black in this. They just show it as red. And it tried moving higher, but encountered some sellers. This is Fission. We've got an update today. It opened up, but ended lower. It's a black candlestick. So sometimes they like to go a little bit lower before heading up. Camco, just kind of chopping sideways here. A little bit of an update today. Again, it's a black candlestick, so we opened higher and came down a little bit, but it was still an up day. Kazatom Prom getting a little bit of selling pressure here. You can see the volume over here. So we've had a little bit lower, and we're just consolidating in this area here. Looking at Peninsula Energy, we are at that resistance line trying to break to the upside. So we're still stuck there. Boss Energy, we're just chopping sideways within this pattern there. That's where we're at. Lotus Resources, we are on top of this pattern, and it's usually a good spot to be adding in a little bit for a break higher. You want to buy it on the back test, and that's where we're at. You, Roy, me, Roy, we're all Roy, go, Roy. I don't know, something like that. But this one's looking okay. It's just hanging out here. Hopefully we can get some traction to the upside, up a little bit today. Encore Energy moving sideways. No, nothing new to report here. I don't see any pattern changes or anything. UU. Let's see what this is. Man, again, we could head lower here with this selling pressure here. A little bit of a bearish engulfing there. URG, we're just moving sideways here. A little bit of a bearish engulfing. We could move a little bit lower before heading higher. UEC, a little bit of a down day today. Again, we could move lower before moving higher. Looking at LEU, moving sideways, scrunching up. This is either going to break up or down. Let's see which way it breaks. LTBR, I do like this one. I like that we've got buying pressure with small selling pressure here and a buying, kind of a bullish engulfing candlestick. Maybe we could see this thing eventually head higher here. We do have kind of this pattern here that's forming, and we're probably going to break to the upside, hopefully. So LTBR looks really good, Lightbridge. ISENF doesn't look too hot. I'd be looking for a break to the downside here. We've got bearish piercing, bearish engulfing, and a bearish engulfing pattern. Appia Energy, this one actually looks pretty good. It's been going back and forth. We've got this pattern here that is coiling up, and hopefully we can break to the upside here at any point. Denison Mines just chopping sideways at the bottom of its uptrending line. We've got Blue Sky Uranium. We're at the bottom of the pattern, and hopefully we can move on up instead of break on down. Forum Energy Metals just moving sideways here. A little bit of a bullish engulfing. Hopefully we can head on higher if we can get some buyers in here. And I'm starting to see a mix. This is a very mixed sector right now. Anfield still needs to break its long-term downtrend line before a move on up. Laramide, we are in this ascending wedge pattern, and hopefully we can move up, but it doesn't look good. This could potentially break down to the downside. Western Uranium does not look good. It looks like it wants to break to the downside. UEXCF popping sideways here, and Mega Uranium looking good, potentially moving on higher with this candlestick above, bullish engulfing candlestick above the chart break, and looking pretty good. So what I see is a mix in this sector. It's very mixed. Some of them look like they could head lower. Some look like they're holding on. But overall, I'm going to wait and see what this thing does. There's a possibility that we do head lower, and I'm saying that because based off of the candlesticks, we're seeing strong buying pressure in other areas, and this is not reacting. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Nothing's really, well, we've got companies that have already broken to the downside and are running to the downside. We have a couple that look good that could potentially move to the upside. So we'll see what happens, guys. We'll see what happens. But if you guys like this analysis, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and thank you for listening. This is Finding Value.